So, good afternoon guys, another gloriously sunny day, and today we are out and about in this, which is a Bentley Continental GT Speed. It's the 6-litre twin-turbo W12. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad up here, but it's a lovely day. We're up in the Surrey Hills, just north of Godalming, and today we're going to give you a little walk around and a little drive review of this new car we've just taken in at Bramley Motor Cars. So let's go and have a look around. So it's a bit of a different colour on this particular Bentley. It's finished in Morocco blue. I don't really know how to describe it really in terms of a colour. It's a deep sort of blue with a, I wouldn't say pearlescent finish to the paint, but it's got a lovely shimmer to it in the February sunlight of today. As I said, it's the 6-litre W12, so it's got a huge amount of torque, loads of power, makes a lovely noise as well. It's got the Bentley Continental 7-spoke alloy wheels, and they're 21-inch. See a little bit better in that sunlight there. It's a lovely backdrop here. I'll show you the interior of the car. So it's got a linen hide interior with sort of black accents on the steering wheel, which I always think is much better in terms of grubby fingerprints getting on the cream leather, but these are lovely in here. The diamond style leather seats. 13,038 miles on the clock. You got the two big oval exhausts in the back there. Interesting something to note, which you might not know, is it's the you might have seen that the V8 Bentleys have these sort of 8-shaped exhaust pipes, and that's how you know if it's a V8 or a W12. Obviously, this one's got the oval, meaning it's just a bad term of phrase, but it's a W12 engine in this one, and it's a real peach. We've had a little walk around, we'll put some GoPros in and we'll go for a little drive. So we'll see you out on the road. Right, so I think the first thing we're going to talk about in this Continental, and it's something you might not, or maybe you would expect it, I don't really know, but the doors. You have to use almost every muscle in your arm to open and close these doors. They have so much weight behind them, and that is great. I mean, for me, I don't mind that at all. For me, I always associate heavy things with being better quality, and that is like the first thing I get from being in this car. It is, everything is heavy, is thick, there's a clunk to it. The gear shift, the buttons here, they're not touchscreen, they're proper buttons. Lovely plugs here, the organ plugs for the aircon. Everything feels expensive, it feels heavy, and it feels good quality. I've driven this car for 3 miles to get here, and we're going to talk about this a bit more in a second, but as I said, weight is a big factor in this thing. The seats are plush, everything is heavy, but, and we'll come on to this, the performance that this car has for the size and the weight that it is unnerving. It doesn't seem right. But anyway, enough about that. We'll close the door. We'll go out on the roads, and I'll show you and bring you along to see what it's like to drive a 6-litre twin-turbo Bentley Continental. So let's go. So we're on some nice country roads in this Bentley, currently in soft suspension mode, normal automatic gearbox, everything's in comfort, and as you would probably expect from a car like this, it's gloriously comfortable. There's a lovely smell of leather, there's not much in the way of noise. This car is double glazed. It has all the soundproofing and dampening you would expect from such a high profile luxury vehicle. It's a lovely, lovely place to be. The seats, you know, they're more reminiscent of a country club armchair than a car's driving seat, but again, beautifully comfortable. They hold you in all the right places. So I'm 6'4" and fairly broad, but I'm nice in here around my midriff, and everywhere else is nice, comfortable. The steering wheel's lovely to hold, smooth leather. It's just going back to what I said earlier, everything just feels so nice. It just feels really well put together, and zero expense spared on the quality of materials. I suppose it's a bit like, you know, good chefs always say, the basis of any great meal is great ingredients. And I suppose everything used in this car to me feels like a great ingredient. It's just really lovely. But I will say it has two characters, and they are like night and day characters, because when you're rocking around here 30 miles an hour, the roads here are not great, bumpy, potholy. This thing is just soaking them up. We're wafting along in great comfort, and there's nothing fancy about the way that it changes, and I like that. It's simple. It's a shift to this gear lever, one click down, immediately it kicks down a gear, so it'll hold it in a slightly higher gear. It's actually got exhaust valves on the back, and they very definitely open up when you put it into sport mode. It's an instantly noticeable change, much deeper tone, and the volume goes up a bit as well. Throttle response quickens up, steering sharpens up, and it gets put into sport suspension, and it does firm the car, and you can feel that considerably straight away. But the big change, and the big characteristical change, if that's a word, is the engine, because my word, it turns into an animal. I don't know how Bentley have made a car this heavy and this refined and this luxurious move this quickly from such low RPM. It is ridiculous. The torque from this engine is like nothing I've been in before. I won't be demonstrating here, we're in a 30 mile an hour zone. I know we come out shortly, but the way that it builds power relentlessly from such low revs is ridiculous. You can put your foot down at 1,000 RPM and it just goes, and it doesn't stop going all the way until 6,000. So we're just coming out of the 30 zone now, so I can I mean, it's so fast. And the gearbox. This is just a single clutch gearbox in a Bentley, and it's fast. It changes gear fast. The downshifts are nice. The upshifts are, you know, they're not like something compared to a PDK or a Ferrari, but for this car, they're quick. You wouldn't want them to be any quicker. It's seamless in automatic mode. It'll guide you along. You won't even know you're changing gear. But in this sport mode we're in now, these long arms here, which feel lovely to the touch, as you would expect, they change gear really, really well. It's not pretending to be anything, this car. It's just doing two things that most cars can do now. It does them really, really well, and better than most. Wonderfully comfortable in normal driving mode, and a bit of a bloody animal in sport mode, to be quite honest with you. Way more than I was expecting it to be. It's no slouch. Here we go. 30,000 RPM. It's like it just builds power like a train. It's amazing. Well done, Bentley. Really good car. I suppose with all that power you do sacrifice things like fuel economy. Yes, it's not great. But if you're buying a car like this, I don't think you're going to be overly concerned about the fuel economy of it. It's a lovely thing to be in. I've enjoyed driving it, and the new owner, I have no doubt, will enjoy driving it as well. We'll call it a day on the drive review here. I hope I've given you an insight into our Bentley Continental GT Speed. We'll wind it up back at the Bramley Motor Cars showroom, and we'll see you there. So yes, you might notice the sudden change in jumper and lack of hat. My files were corrupted for another day, so finishing up here back at Bramley on another day. But yeah, this Bentley, awesome car to drive, beautiful, beautifully made thing. It's on sale with us at $74,850. All the details are on the website, but if you want any more information, just drop them in the comments and I'll respond to all of them. Or just call us on 01483 898 159. But until then, we'll see you next time.